going on YouTube? Make Electric. I want to do a vlog about this whole Rand Paul, Ron Paul, Rand Paul endorsing Mitt Romney thing. You know, because I often get asked the question, Make Electric, do you support Ron Paul? And I usually always respond in one way. I don't support him and I don't not support him. Of course I support his ideas on end the Fed and, you know, restore the Constitution, restore the Republic, all that. I'd consider myself a constitutionalist, definitely. But Ron Paul himself has had a solid record, right? At least that's what people always, you know. I don't get into the debate of it all. Now, I just watched a video by MorningMayan put out, let's see, the 12th, 13th, yesterday, so saying that we still haven't heard anything from the Ron Paul camp and whatnot about what's going on here. A lot of people are stumped. A lot of people feel duped. A lot of people don't know what's going on. Why is your son endorsing Mitt Romney? You know. And was the Paul family threatened? I don't know. I saw a video on the Alex Jones channel about Bilderberg wants Ron Paul gone or something like that. Does Ron Paul himself support Mitt Romney? I don't know. Like I said, I don't really spend too much time focusing on this stuff because here's the thing I want to emphasize, and this is the thing I try to emphasize to people who try to come to me and say, well, Ron Paul, he's the freaking Messiah. He's gonna save us all. I don't like to be a naysayer, and I don't like to say that I don't support Ron Paul because I do support his ideas about restore the Republic and the Constitution and, you know. But I don't know if these people who say these things, or they're only half awake, or if they simply need hope in something. Because this is my response all of the time. It's no factor. It doesn't matter. Like I say, I hate to be a naysayer, but I'm not going to fluff it. You know, I'm not going to say, oh, well, I guess we can hope. No, man. As we can see clearly right here, with what has transpired, I'm not going to say I told you so, but I told you so. You know what I mean? It does not matter. I don't know a lot about Ron Paul and Rand Paul. I don't spend my time focusing on things that, in my opinion, are no factor. Why are these things no factor? Because it doesn't matter who is in the White House. It does not matter who holds that office. It could be George Bush, it could be Bill Clinton, it could be Barack Obama, it could be anybody. I'm of the opinion that the last true president of the United States of America was John Fitzgerald Kennedy. I'm also of the opinion that he tried to take the country back from the robber barons, as Alex Jones would put it. If you haven't seen the Obama deception, some of you out there might like Alex Jones, some of you might not. I'm not debating Alex Jones. That is no factor, if you know what I mean. You should at least listen to the movie, play it, and listen to, pretend, if you don't like Alex Jones, pretend it's somebody else telling you. Fact check the information in the movie. In fact, I'll put a link below to the specific part in the movie. You can click and it'll be right there where Alex tells you John Fitzgerald Kennedy was the last true president of the United States. And when he tried to take the country back from the robber barons, he was brutally murdered. Sorry for my slurred speech. It's early in the morning and I've had a lot of family issues. Haven't had a lot of sleep. But before you watch that clip, or perhaps after you watch it, if you're not familiar with a documentary on YouTube called Wake Up Call, in my opinion, it's the best anti-New World Order documentary put together by John Nada, 80, here on YouTube. It's basically one long documentary. It takes many key points from all sorts of different documentaries. He wasn't biased in the way that he chose the best information, in my opinion, put it together beautifully. Anybody who is not awake or is only half awake or aware, Polly's Customs would call it aware, and I agree with that. The term awake, it's, whatever. If you're not aware of the situation, if you're not aware of who truly controls the United States of America, you really need to watch this documentary. It's 2.5 hours long. If you're new to this information, you might want to watch it by yourself at first before you present it to your family and friends. Or everybody sit down around the frickin' TV and pull it up and watch it. It's truly eye-opening. If you don't know who really controls planet Earth, including the United States, and a further power grab is being reached every day by the New World Order, if you don't know these things, you need to educate yourself. Now, don't watch this documentary and take my word for it. Watch this documentary like most of us did with a frickin' notebook and make notes. Make your own notes. Hey, I want to know more about that. I want to know more about that. Do your own research. Look this stuff up on your own. This is not conspiracy theory, ladies and gentlemen. It's conspiracy fact. We've been called crazy people for years. But the sad thing is, the people who call us crazy people never took the frickin' time to check the frickin' information for themselves. Oh, you're just crazy, whatever. No, we're not. So all of the people out there who are sitting there stumped, who are looking at the TV and at the computer like, what just happened? The New World Order is what just happened. I suggest if you don't know about it, you research it and wake up. People ask me about Ron Paul. I say, I don't know. I don't bother my head with that because, in my opinion, it's no factor. If he got into the White House tomorrow and tried to change something, they would Kennedy his ass. I know it. They've obviously gotten to his family. Because only a couple things could have happened here. Either the Paul family are shills, and we have all really been duped, and we're just duped, derp, whatever. Or they bought him, they paid him. They say, just like Dennis Kucinich would never vote for Obamacare. Took a flight on Air Force One, landed, voted for Obamacare. Everyone has a price. And when people don't have a price, you threaten them. He was bought, he was threatened, or they were shills to begin with. I don't know, and I don't care, because it's no factor. It does not matter to me, because I know the ultimate outcome of all of this. There's no putting someone in the White House who's going to change anything. President Barack Obama, a.k.a. Barry Soetoro, if he woke up this morning and wanted to change things, guess what? He couldn't. He has no power, no authority. He is there to look good and read the teleprompter for the audience. He is an actor. That's the role of the President of the United States of America these days. They are actors no matter who they are. And if anybody got in there and tried to change anything, the people who have wanted to live in that fantasy, you just got a rude wake-up call, didn't you? I'm trying to tell you, it's no factor. If you think that the New World Order is going to give up its stranglehold on the United States now, you might as well go back to sleep and turn back on your American Idol. There's no hope for you. There's one way throughout history to deal with a tyrannical government. It's been the same answer every time. To quote Jake's grandfather from the TV series Jericho, this has all happened before. This has all happened before. This is nothing new. What we are going through is nothing new. Empires rise, empires fall, tyrants rise, tyrants fall. And in the end, There's one answer. People need to wake up to that. People need to wake up to that. The tree of liberty must be refreshed from time to time with the blood of patriots and tyrants. Thomas Jefferson. No tyrannical anything has ever given up their power willingly. The advantage that the United States of America has over everyone else is that we have firearms. And we will never give up our firearms because we were given them for a reason. The founders knew unequivocally that these times would come. I don't know what else you want me to say. You can live in the lie all you want. But the people who were believing in Ron Paul, you just got a rude wake-up call. So below this video, I'm going to put two links. One, I want you to pull up, just watch real quick that snippet from the Obama deception. It should start at the specific spot. If not, I'll put the time in which you need to start the video to hear what I want you to hear. It lasts no longer than 5 minutes. And if you want to rewind the Obama deception, watch the full movie, I highly recommend it. Especially for those of you who are new to this information. But below that, if you want to really go down the rabbit hole and you want to really know who's in control, I'll put the documentary Wake Up Call. I cannot urge you enough to watch that documentary and check everything that it says for yourself. Do your own research. And for those of you who are new to this, maybe you're just waking up to all this stuff, because I realize different people are on different levels of being awake or aware. And you don't have any videos on your YouTube channel. I'll leave video responses open on this video. I want you to do your research, watch these documentaries, do your research, and then I want you to turn on your camera and tell the world what you think about what you just learned. This is not conspiracy theory. It's absolute fact. And it's going to scare the shit out of you when you start doing your own research and you come to that realization, as it did all of us. But the most important message I could relay to you when you're sitting up late nights and you're upset over what you're learning, and then you're learning that it's true because you're doing your own research, the most important message I could relay to you in that moment is that you are not alone. You are not alone. There are thousands of us, tens of thousands of us, who can all pretty much see the same things. May not agree on every topic, but we never will. But we at least agree on the premise that something is very wrong. And there's no Democrat, and there's no Republican. There's no one going to get into the White House going to fix it. See that shirt? Prep-tard. When you start waking up to the realization of what's really going on in the world, you're going to want to prepare for what's coming, because time is short. We all know a massive false flag or some big event could happen any day now. The U.S. debt clock is approaching 16 trillion, and that's just what they tell us about. And it's not going to continue to keep going. I've talked long enough, 15 minutes. I've watched a lot of videos on the Ron Paul thing. I'll leave this as a response to one of them. I don't know which one, but I'll link that below, whichever one it's going to be. I'm going to put two more links below, the documentaries. I did a video a while back entitled "You Are Not Alone." I want you to check it out. If you're feeling alone when you're learning all this information, pull it up. But above that, I'm going to put a video by a good friend, assuming it's still up, SimpleDan76. You see, because when I first woke up to all of this back in 2008, I was welcomed by a very warm community of people who would make a video and say, hey, you're not alone. This is very scary shit you're learning. And it's even scarier you're learning that it's true. But it's very important that you realize you're not alone. I'll also put links below to the Facebook page that I have, my activity feed, and my Twitter. Because every night, almost every night, I haven't been around in a few days, but almost every night, there's nightly shows, live shows over on Blog TV. We all get together. There's a chat box. There's a video box. We get together, talk about current events, shoot the shit, whatever we talk about. But it's a large community of like-minded people, and I invite you to go over there and make an account. It's free. And join in. Share your thoughts. I have a feeling that with this whole Ron Paul thing, a lot more people have just woken up to the fact that there's something seriously wrong. So I invite you to the community of people who are aware. I've talked long enough. Some links below. It's a harsh reality, but it's better that you wake up now to what's really going on in the world and get involved. I put a caption up here on every one of my videos. Stand up, speak out, make it viral. You are the resistance. I love you guys. Take care. Stay safe. I'll talk at you in the next round.